5 Essential Skills to Become Excellent for Ambitious People. From the viral speech of the Harvard University president. 5 valuable skills that can completely change your life. Prosperity mindset I want to share with you. Don't miss these 5 skills, because these are the core skills for you to conquer new heights. A student once asked former Harvard president Neil L. Rudenstein, "What do we have to do to be excellent?" He replied, "Listen more to the advice from the excellent people." Below are 5 lessons drawn from 5 opening speeches of Harvard University presidents. In these speeches, they shared their stories and shared unique insights into life. If you are facing confusion and don't know what to do, read the lesson, 5 skills drawn from these 5 speeches to improve yourself. Number 1. Emotional recovery. In the fall of 2022, Lawrence Bacow, the 29th president of Harvard, said in his opening speech, "The world will never care about your emotions. You can only continue to cultivate your own emotional immune system." That is the ability to overcome emotional situations quickly and calmly in any situation. That's right, life is always not as expected. There are always unhappy moments. If you let negative emotions spread, it will only make the current pain deeper and make it harder for you to move forward. When you have the ability to repair your emotions, you can calmly face everything and walk steadily. Lawrence Bacow had a good family background, always loved and pampered by his mother since childhood. When he entered high school, Lawrence Bacow had to participate in a training session. On the first day of training, Bacow had to go through hard times and constantly complained when training at high intensity, under the strict supervision of the instructor. Bacow even collapsed and cried. But Bacow quickly realized that the negative emotional state only increased the difficulty in the training process, making him more tired. Therefore, he began to comfort his emotional state, trying to make himself calmer, and focused entirely on the training process. As a result, after only 2 short months, Bacow completed all parts of the training program with excellent results. After that, no matter what problem he faced, he could not complain, keep calm. It is thanks to such a strong ability to manage emotional situations that he was able to advance to the position of president of Harvard. Remember a sentence in the book: "The ability to recover emotions is the ability to help us recover from failures and believe that we can overcome all difficulties." Facing unexpected difficulties, some people are discouraged in negative emotions. There are also people who recover quickly after a short time of disappointment, train before the ups and downs, and improve themselves. Only by cultivating the ability to recover emotions and maintaining your own state at any time, can you be calm before the challenges of life. In this way, even when life presents unexpected challenges, we will not be knocked down. Number 2. Shield yourself from being affected by the judgments of others. Professor Drew Gilpin Faust is the first woman to hold the position of president of Harvard University. In the 2017 opening ceremony, she said, "One of the challenges in life is to prevent the noise from the outside world." In 2007, after the vote, Drew Faust became the president of Harvard. Unexpectedly, this had some controversial comments. At that time, there were thousands of articles criticizing Drew Faust, calling her an unworthy female president and saying that she lacked the ability to be president. In the face of criticism from the outside, Drew Faust simply said, "I am not the female president of Harvard. I am the president of Harvard." After that, she went to many places around the world to promote exchanges between universities. She did not care about the criticism from the outside, and organized activities on humanities education to enhance the cultural and spiritual knowledge of students. As a result, with her own efforts, she improved the quality of teaching at the school. Finally, when Drew Faust finished her term, the board of trustees of the school rated her as one of the greatest presidents of Harvard. As Arthur Schopenhauer said, "One of the special weaknesses of human beings is that they care too much about the opinions of others about them." In life, many people seem to always care about the opinions of others and end up wasting a lot of energy in listening to gossip and discussion. But the words and evaluations of others have nothing to do with you. Just follow your own wishes and direct your life along the path you choose. As writer Roy T. Bennett said, "One of the big breakthroughs in my life is that I no longer worry about the opinions of others about me. Only when we don't need praise from the outside, we are truly free." Live without relying on the words of others. Control the steering wheel of the wheel of life. confidently move forward. Achieve the goal is the most precious thing. Number 3. Learn, do, deeply. In 2001, Lawrence Summers mentioned in his opening speech, "The knowledge you are learning will be outdated in 10 years. The most important thing is to stabilize your focus on a certain field and continuously learn." In life, many people like to do a lot of things at the same time. For them, diversity in many fields and having many different skills will show their abilities. However, they do not know that human energy is limited, and when they want to do too much, they will miss valuable opportunities. Lawrence Summers experienced such a case when he was young. Both his parents were economists, and he read many in-depth books on economics from a young age, having knowledge of this field. However, when he was 16, he felt that physics was more promising, so he enrolled in the physics department of MIT. But after 2 years, he had a lot of difficulty in learning physics and did not achieve results. He felt lost, and his father said to him profoundly, "Economics is your field. Forget the previous 2 years of physics." Everything flashed in his head, and he decided to switch to economics, starting from the first year. In the next few decades, he ignored all other worries, focused on economics. Finally, when he was 43, he received the highest economics award in the United States and was invited to be the president of Harvard. As Zhang Guofan said, "Working hard is like digging a well. Instead of digging many wells without reaching the water source, why not just dig a deep well and persist until the water in the well overflows?" Whether in study or work, this is also true. Digging many wells is just a waste of effort. Focus on one well and dig until you reach the deep water source. How much a person can achieve depends on how deeply, focused, and persistent they can work. Just pursue your goal, one step a day, and eventually you will achieve extraordinary success. Number 4. Sharp thinking. In 1995, Neil L. Rudenstein told a story in his opening speech as follows. One day, when Harvard students finished their evening classes, they had to cross the street and face a car coming. Because the light of the car was too bright, the students stopped and covered their faces with their hands to protect their eyes from glare. They could only continue to go after the car passed. After everyone had crossed, only one student named Rand was still standing there. Seeing the dazzling light, he began to think, is it possible to invent a kind of car light that can illuminate the road and not stimulate the eyes of pedestrians? After more than a year, he began to research car lights. When he finished the story, Neil Rudenstein exclaimed, "Rand's success lies in the fact that he thinks deeper than others a little bit." In reality, there are too many people like those students. They seem to be working and studying hard, but they rarely think. The result after many years of hard work is that they are still stuck at the normal position and fall into the normal situation. Just blindly moving forward without thinking deeply, even if you spend a certain amount of time, the result is only small. However, if you choose to think deeply, over time, you will go through a process of development with a transformative nature. The quality of thinking determines the quality of life. Focus on deep thinking, develop the habit of deep thinking, and try to explore the basic logic behind each small problem. When you see what others don't see and think what others don't think, you can seize opportunities first, advance in your life. Number 5. Flexible in situation handling. At the opening ceremony commemorating Harvard's 350th anniversary, President Derek Bok said, "Harvard taught me the first lesson, which is the ability to handle situations. In the real world, plans cannot keep up with changes. There are many unexpected events that can make you panic. In such times, the more you panic, the more you will make mistakes in handling, and eventually you will make the situation worse." Zhang Guofan said, "The first way to solve everything is to keep calm and calmly solve them." Many times, the crisis is not in itself, but in your mood, panic. When you keep a cool mind, you naturally have the wisdom to handle the situation, maintain calmness, and bring everything back to orbit. In 2007, the daughter of writer Lu Yang was admitted to Columbia University with the top score, and his son became outstanding at Harvard. Some people asked him about the secret of educating his children, and Lu Yang replied, "Develop the basic abilities of your children, excellence will come naturally." Once you have trained your basic abilities, your life journey will be smooth no matter how bumpy it is. Cultivate your ability to think deeply, focus, and constantly improve yourself to be able to go further and more stable in the future. You have just listened to the audio from the channel of Prosperity Mindset. Please share and save the video when you need to listen and ponder again. Harvard study reveals 7 important opportunities. Seizing them right will make your life soar, your future smooth. Most people do not grasp the important stages in their lives and miss many opportunities to change their destiny. In society, the competitive pressure is very high. If we do not try, improve our level, we will be eliminated by society, left behind. Harvard research reveals 7 important stages in life, considered as 7 opportunities to change a person's destiny. The stages will last from 22 years old to 75 years old. The future of success or failure depends on our own decisions. 3 important opportunities will come before 50 years old. Opportunity 1. Choose a career. For each person, the first opportunity that determines the direction of life in the future takes place between 22 and 25 years old. This is the stage when we graduate from university, step into society to find a place. At this point, we will face the most important choice in life, which is choosing a career. Many people tend to hastily spread CVs, application profiles, everywhere, looking for jobs without careful consideration. They keep the mentality of getting a job first and everything else later. And this thinking makes many people choose the wrong profession, miss the time and opportunity to develop, making the future become blurred, unpredictable. There is a proverb: men are afraid of choosing the wrong profession, women are afraid of marrying the wrong husband. When we just graduate, like a blank sheet of paper, we should be careful in choosing the direction. And remember to choose a long-term job, at least for 5 years you will not quit. In addition, at this point we should care more about career prospects and development opportunities in the future than income issues. Because you have a lot of time to make money but not a lot of youth to experience. If you see a job that suits your abilities, don't miss it. Opportunity 2. Learn to improve. After a period of stepping into society, experiencing work, we will understand our strengths and weaknesses, and then plan to learn to improve. Usually, when we are 32 years old, we will have rich life experience, mature enough to outline the future and development direction for ourselves. Confucius also said that a 30-year-old person is mature enough to determine their own aspirations. The second important opportunity in your life is to accumulate money and experience new courses, gradually improve your abilities. Only this way can help the future brighter. Opportunity 3. Build an entrepreneurial spirit. Entrepreneurship here does not necessarily mean that you have to establish a company or run a business. But it is the values that you build based on your efforts, accumulated experience and learning efforts from before to now. When you are 39 years old, working in a business but with a progressive spirit, a breakthrough will and a strong desire to make money will urge you to move forward, work more effectively. And with an entrepreneurial spirit, it also helps you change your destiny. You can start your own business and achieve many achievements. In summary, we should seize these 3 opportunities to change our destiny. It will make our lives brighter, develop to a different page. 4 breakthrough opportunities that everyone should know. Opportunity 4. Freedom to develop. Through seizing the first 3 opportunities, we will have the right direction for the future. Next, at the age of 46, the 4th opportunity will come to change the fate of life. But this opportunity is often difficult to grasp. It is thin like a layer of cream on a birthday cake, not a gift. Don't think that you can't break through and don't dare to change at middle age, but the opportunity is still ahead waiting for us to seize and develop. At this point, breaking out of the safety zone is the way to take your life and career to a new level. Opportunity 5. Develop personal relationships. Harvard research shows that those who know how to maintain and develop good personal relationships before the age of 53 are seizing the 5th opportunity to change their destiny. At this age, many people often choose to retire early or work with a casual mentality because they think they are old. But they don't know that they are wasting time, losing many opportunities to break through. Focusing on developing personal relationships before the age of 53 will give us more resources in our work, support us step by step to break through and achieve great achievements. Opportunity 6. Learning. Learning here refers to a way of enriching yourself. Ordinary people, when they are 60 years old, they will reduce their workload or retire early to enjoy old age. This can lead to negative emotions. However, if at this point, you are still not satisfied with what you have, don't hesitate to continue learning to improve yourself. Don't have negative thoughts that you are old and can't learn and succeed, but spend the best state to learn new things. Lenin once said, learn more, learn forever. We can never learn enough in our lifetime. Opportunity 7. Health. Entering the age of 67, health is the top priority of human beings. Because at this time, physical and mental health is the greatest happiness of life. After all the years of hard work, we will enjoy a happy life with our family, gather with our children and grandchildren. Each age you will achieve certain success, but also accompanied by many difficulties and hardships. Whether successful or failed, happy or painful, leisurely or miserable, all depend on your decision. Therefore, be the one who knows how to seize opportunities and decide your own life. Fate can always change if we try and are ready to act. Harvard professor. 4 add and 3 subtract to make life fragrant, push back poverty, career success. Rome was not built in a day, and people do not succeed in a short time. Professor William James is the author of books that have a great influence on psychology, experiential psychology, and mysticism. He is considered to be the one who laid the first bricks to establish the Department of Psychology at Harvard University. He once had a famous saying that was passed down: sow actions, reap habits. Sow habits, reap character. Sow character, reap destiny. Sometimes, instead of achieving a lofty goal, what we should do is focus on the small things first. Rome was not built in a day, and people do not succeed in a short time. If you want to be excellent, you need to start with the small things. Here are some sensible advice that Professor William James gives us, bringing benefits throughout our lives. Every effort, every habit that you perform is shaping your life. Life is just the sum of countless habits. 4 things to add more. Number 1. Smile more. Do Laguo is a mailman with an annual salary of $1 million. When he first delivered Express, Do Laguo printed 10,000 business cards and distributed them to everyone so they would remember him when needed. But no one paid attention to him. Some even refused to take the business cards. Some threw them in the trash as soon as they received them. But every time he smiled, bent down to pick up the business card and continued to send it to the next customers. Many of Do Laguo's colleagues quit because of the hard work, and he persisted with a smile always on his lips. Finally, he was promoted, became the leader of the company. Life pressure is everywhere. Every adult has to go through their own grievances and sadness. When faced with reality, only by keeping a smile can we overcome obstacles. Facing difficulties, many people like to complain, and the result is that their lives become worse. Only those who can endure the attacks but still smile optimistically can turn defeat into victory. Complain less and be more optimistic. Every normal day can have a different mood and joy. Number 2. Share more. In the book, Crucial Conversations, the author writes, in real life, if you want to make friends with others and move forward together, you need to learn to share. Many people are afraid of losing, always want to take advantage of others, so they often lose big for a small amount of money, lose the whole forest for a tree. If a person always sticks to their own interests, they will end up suffering. As people often say, give someone a rose, the fragrance will remain on your hand. In a way, sharing is also a long-term investment. If you are willing to help others, others will also support you when you are in trouble. But the stingy person, no one wants to get close, no one wants to help when they are in trouble, no one wants to answer when they call for help. Learn to share and give, your path will be more open. Number 3. Read more. The famous advertising company Ogilvy has an ad with the following content: I'm afraid of people who read books, those who can avoid the failures that I'm about to experience. They understand that life is too short and people need to constantly improve their knowledge. Reading is the process of returning to the spiritual life from the outside world. It not only broadens your horizons but also enriches your soul. Good books can help you absorb the vast knowledge, convey the valuable lessons that the previous generations left behind. It may not help you solve the current problem immediately, but it will gradually permeate, help you become a profound, warm person. When you feel confused about life, try to find the answer from books. Number 4. Be more. Optimistic Lena is a young girl from London, UK. She lives with her parents in a small house, in poverty. She has suffered from low self-esteem for a long time, always feeling depressed and stuck. After going to work, Lena's life became even more miserable. The relationship between her and her colleagues worsened, causing her to be depressed, even quit her job. Until one day, Lena realized that we are the ones who create our own living conditions. Lena was shocked. She suddenly realized that her previous miserable life was her own fault. Life really depends on your inner state. If you always deny yourself, you will sink deeper into negative emotions. But when you start to affirm and encourage yourself, you can find a way to solve the problem. Therefore, Lena began to actively adjust herself. She read books every day, went to large libraries to find free books, and sent job applications everywhere. By doing this, her health began to improve, and the relationships were also healed. And finally, she had a happy life. There is a very good saying: your attitude towards the world determines what kind of world you will have. Stop complaining, reduce criticism. Instead, affirm yourself more, become positive, and everything you want will naturally come as expected. 3 things to reduce. Number 1. Think less. Scholar Harry once said, "The deepest source of all pain lies in the mind of each person." At the age of 20, Harry often suffered from anxiety, leading to poor work performance, seriously affecting his sleep. To save himself, he began to look for different adjustment methods. After trying the methods, he realized that every time he meditated, he would escape the state of mental collapse. So every day he meditated for 10 minutes to quickly restore his brain. Or when his body was tired, he would stop and close his eyes, waiting for his emotions to return to normal. When you feel tired, irritable, you can close your eyes and let yourself enter the world of meditation. Eliminate the distracting thoughts, let your mind rest. Number 2. Speak less. The writer Lu Xun once had a famous saying, "When I am silent, I feel full of energy, have enough knowledge. But when I speak, I feel empty." Those who are impatient tend to chatter incessantly, trying to use words to cover up their inner lack. And those who are truly mature often choose to be silent, stay away from the disturbances, and accumulate for themselves silently. The most beautiful scenery cannot be described in words. The greatest strength is always humble and silent. Walking in society, speak less, do more, and learn to perfect yourself silently. Number 3. Be less stubborn. In the year 357 AD, the former king of Qin declared to his ministers that he decided to attack Dongtan. Many officials opposed, saying that it was a dangerous land of the Yangtze River, with many disadvantages. But the former king of Qin did not listen, personally led an army of millions to attack, and finally suffered a terrible defeat. After this battle, the Qin army was severely damaged and quickly destroyed. Think about it, the ears are very precious. Whoever knows how to listen with their ears, filter opinions, will have everything. A person making a mistake is not scary. The scary thing is that they don't listen to the opinions of others. Those who consider themselves the center often destroy themselves. Only when you know how to let go of your stubbornness, listen more, can you have breakthrough developments. You have just listened to the audio from the channel of Prosperity Mindset. Please share and save the video when you need to listen and ponder again. I wish you success and fame.